Quest 2 gets new big updates almost every month, and these updates can bring some crazy new features to your headset. And in this case it's called the V34 update. Now in this update there are multiple features to improve your VR experience. The first one being what is called Space Sense. Now this makes sure that when you're using your Guardian system, it will also allow you to see things like people or pets walking into your play space. Now before this, it could only see static objects, like chairs or walls, that you had to calibrate before you started playing. But with this new update, this Guardian system is being changed completely, now to also work with moving objects as well, which should prevent a lot of accidents or people getting hit by Quest controllers, while you're for example playing a VR game like Beat Saber. But with this V34 update, Android users are now also able to get phone notifications in virtual reality as well. While beforehand this was only available for iOS devices from Apple. This means that you can now connect almost any phone to your Quest 2. And this now makes it possible that you can always check when someone tries to call you or text you while you're using your Quest 2 headset. And another big part of this V34 update is that if you are building mixed reality apps, you will now soon be able to ship them on the Quest Store or the App Lab. Because until now it was not possible to publish those mixed reality apps on the Quest Store itself. The reason being that the Quest 2 only recently got the capability of actually using mixed reality in the first place. But now some awesome people are already trying to create some games for it. But there are also some other minor improvements and updates, like for example a new additional voice command that you can find in the experimental features. And this will allow you to wake up your Quest 2 headset by just saying the phrase, "Hey Facebook." And there's now also a new thing enabled that is called Secure Pairing for AirLink, that will both enhance your security and improve your experience for AirLink itself. And another minor improvement is that they adjusted the way of the Quest 2 standby mode, so that it will improve your battery life over time. But there's one more cool new feature that you can use on your Quest 2, and that is that you can now label your keyboard with AR using pass-through. Now this is thanks to a new update in Horizon Workrooms, and it will give you the ability to overlay AR labels onto your tracked keyboard while you use the pass-through mode from your Quest 2. This means it will be easier to use your keyboard from your laptop or computer while having your Quest 2 headset on at the same time. Now before this, there was only a couple of specific keyboards that were able to achieve this. But with this new update, it will support the M1 Mac models from Apple as well. And they might also add some other laptops and keyboards in the future. But with this big V34 update for the Quest 2, there's also some big changes that happen within the company itself. And that is that now the new name called the Meta Quest 2 is already replacing the Oculus Quest 2 branding way sooner than we thought. Now just recently, Mark Zuckerberg revealed that Meta is going to be the new corporate name for Facebook, and that all their other individual services like WhatsApp, Instagram and Facebook itself will keep their name, but will now fall under the company name Meta. But just after these announcements, Andrew Bosworth revealed that the Oculus brand, compared to all the others, will not keep its name and will be actually switched to Meta itself. And that we will start to see a name change from the Oculus Quest from Facebook to the Meta Quest instead. But it turned out that what he meant was that it was actually going to be implemented way sooner than we thought. Because in a new blog post from the Oculus webpage, we can already see what is said to be the Meta Quest 2. Still using the Oculus Quest logo for the picture, but changing the brand name that stands short for the Metaverse. Facebook definitely shows their dedication for the VR future. However, I am definitely sad to see the Oculus brand name go away. Now we recently got a big reveal that the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is coming exclusively to the Quest 2. But it turns out that the parent company behind GTA and Rockstar Games is now saying that they're really excited about the VR future and that the company might do more than just the past reveal of the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now until now, the company behind GTA and developer Rockstar Games was very skeptical about VR. And they've always said that they always want to be where the consumers are. But now the CEO said the following: and when VR first emerged as a potential technology, while I expressed some skepticism about it becoming a very broad-based consumer application, I also thought it was really excited technically and said that we would participate. But he takes it even a step further, saying that their company might be working on more than just the past reveals. Now Rockstar Games and 2K already released some big VR titles, like Borderlands 2 VR and a VR version of LA Noire. And not to mention, of course, the recently announced San Andreas GTA. So knowing that these big companies are working on other VR titles that might be exclusive for the Quest 2 is a big step up. Because we can finally now see big game companies coming to the VR platforms as well. And with this big inflow from VR developers, we can also see that the Oculus Quest 2 grew over 35% of the total Steam VR headset usage. Now every month Steam does a hardware survey where they look at which VR headsets are being used the most. And the Oculus Quest 2 has been rocking it ever since its launch, and now even reached 35% of total headsets used on Steam, which is more than double the number 2, which is the Valve Index. And with this, we can once again see that the Oculus Quest 2 keeps growing every single day. And keep in mind that these stats are based on Steam VR usage, meaning it is using PC VR, while the Oculus Quest 2 is actually a standalone headset, meaning that the numbers would probably be even bigger than 35%. But that gets us into the last story, and that is that PlayStation is filing a patent that is showing that they are working on eye tracking and foveated rendering. Now, the original PlayStation VR headset is already more than 5 years old, and we know that PlayStation has been working for the past years on a new VR headset. And we already saw some pictures, like for example, the new VR controllers. But it now turns out that they are also working on eye tracking and foveated rendering. And the combination of this is very important, because foveated rendering means that it uses the eye tracking to detect where the user is looking at. And at the same time, it displays the highest quality picture in the direct center of their vision. That means that everything where the user isn't looking at isn't perfectly rendered either. And this is also exactly how your eyes work in real life. And the reason why this is so important, because it will drastically reduce the power that is needed to create this perfect crisp VR experience. And this means you could push out way more quality and higher resolution games without needing crazy computing power at the same time. Now I'm very excited to see what this next generation of PlayStation VR headset will look like. And I'm sure that we will get a lot of news from PlayStation themselves sooner than later.